Good evening. This is the weekly weather briefing for Thursday, August 6th from your National Weather Service office, New Orleans, Baton Rouge office. I'm meteorologist Tim Destry. The situation overview, no tropical development is expected for the next 5 days. However, there is an updated seasonal forecast that indicates an extremely active season is possible as we enter the peak of hurricane season. Rainfall chances are going to be low through the weekend, but then the chances do increase during the early to middle part of next week as we get more of a seasonal summer pattern. Heat index values will generally be peaking in the 97 to 104 range most days. That's fairly typical for us this time of year. We've had some lower humidity, you may have noticed, the last couple days, and that is kind of playing through to tonight, where we're going to see kind of a mild night with some maybe even slightly below normal temperatures in a few areas. Um, However, the heat index values with the humidity creeping up this weekend are probably going to mean some afternoon peak heat index values around 105 degrees for Saturday and Sunday. And then that'll trail back next week with the expected higher rain chances. Here is our tropical weather outlook. No tropical cyclones for the next 5 days. That's the good news. The not so good news, the updated Atlantic hurricane season outlook came out today, August 6th. And we are now forecasting, NOAA is forecasting 19 to 25 named storms, 7 to 11 hurricanes, and 3 to 6 major hurricanes. We want to advise that preparedness is always key during hurricane season, but especially so in what could end up being an extremely active season. And this would be one of the most active seasonal forecasts that NOAA has produced in its 22-year history of hurricane outlooks. Now, some of the factors going into this forecast. Currently, we have warmer than average sea surface temperatures in the tropical Atlantic and Caribbean Sea. There is reduced vertical wind shear. There is weaker tropical Atlantic basin trade winds. There's also enhanced West African monsoon. These conditions are expected to be continuing for the next several months, which is bad because that's the peak of hurricane season that we're heading into. One other thing, La Nina conditions may be developing in the months ahead. This is basically the forecast of cooler ocean temperatures in the equatorial regions of the East Pacific. And this can further weaken the wind shear over the Atlantic basin and allowing storms to basically form and intensify. Part of this higher confidence with a very extremely active season is the fact that we've had a record-setting 9 storms already. Historically, only 2 named storms formed by early August. And you can see we've had 9, with the next one being the 10th, which would be Josephine on our list. As far as the general forecast through Monday, you can see we're with this dry weather we've had, the temperatures are going to stay on the warm side with mid-90s inland areas like for Baton Rouge, Macomb, a lot of the North Shore areas into at least tomorrow, probably Saturday as well. But then you can see kind of trailing back as we head through the weekend with heading back towards maybe around 90 or even some upper 80s as we get into the early part of next week as rain chances go up. As far as our storm total rainfall forecast, which is basically through next Thursday morning, we have low rainfall chances through the weekend outside of the afternoon shower or thunderstorm that will be possible. But then the chances do increase during the early to middle part of next week. So these rainfall totals not very high. I know we've been in kind of a generally dry spell for the last week or so after a very wet period before that. This is the max heat index forecast over the next week, and these generally are going to be occurring over the weekend. So that's it for this week's briefing. Just in summary, no tropical development expected for the next 5 days. Rainfall chances low through the weekend, but then increasing back to normal or above normal levels toward the middle of next week. Heat index values, again, kind of typical for summertime for us, nothing really extreme. And then again, with that extremely active hurricane season now expected, please visit and bookmark ready.gov/hurricanes for some very important hurricane preparedness information. Thank you very much for tuning in, and have a great day. Remember to follow us on Twitter and Facebook at NWS New Orleans.